Hello, hello everybody. Hello. I hope you all are doing good on this Monday. So I am going to grab some of the paint colors that we're using tonight. So we're going to be using, of course, our white and black, just staple. We're doing Mardi Gras, so we're going to be using a lot of purples, greens, and yellows. But I'm doing cheetah print or leopard print, whatever you want to call it. So we've got 3 shades of purple. First one is GP purple. Next one is passion. And this one is purple. It is a little bit beat up of a bottle, but hey, it still does the job. Next colors are greens. We're going to be doing gecko. We're going to be doing electric lime and Jubilee green. Those ones. And then for our yellows, we are going to be doing sun bright yellow. Actually, I might change that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm changing that. I don't like that color as much. I'm going to be doing crocus yellow. And then we're going to be using yellow yellow and empire gold. Sorry about that. Let me throw these in there. And then we are going to be using metallic 14 karat gold and of course glitter. I'm going to be showing you a different way of using glitter, but since we're going to be using so much of it, we're going to be mixing it in with the paint. So it's a little bit different technique. So with those, we've got like a different type of green, a darker purple, and then the gold there. And then, of course, Mod Podge. So, hey Marguerite, how are you? And Erica and Debbie. We are painting, so I haven't shown you the sign yet because I was waiting for everybody to come on. We are doing Mardi Gras. So there's 3 little hearts. There's the fleur-de-lis, I never get it right, and then Mardi beads that kind of go all around. I think you guys can see it. So that is what we're doing. I'm super excited. This one was one that I had fun painting. Actually painted it I drew it while I had COVID. So it was one of the few things that I accomplished that month while being sick. Okay, so let me flip my overhead. I'm going to need to zoom in just a little bit. Give me just 1 second to do so. Camera is being a little bit slow. There we go. Zoom. Might have zoomed in a little too much there. Okay. And we'll pan down. Okay. So, get out of this. All right. So let's get started. Hey Sherry, how are you? All right. So, I think what we're going to do is we'll just go from light to dark. We'll get our base coat down and then get going, okay? So first color I'm going to use is our crocus yellow. Whoop. It's getting fun in here. Okay, crocus yellow, let's grab. I'm going to use a 5/8 angle brush tonight. I'm going to load this guy up. Now the hearts, I kind of made them not like, kind of made the hearts more whimsy than like traditional hearts. I thought it just kind of played with Mardi Gras and how fun and whimsy it can be. I had them going a little bit more, you know, your standard kind of heart, and didn't really care for it. So that's why I made them a little bit more fun looking. So we're just grabbing the brush, getting a little bit on, loading it, getting my angle, and then following through. I did get a little bit of clump of paint right here, so I'm going to clean that up. Go right there. Okay. Alright, we're going to go around these beads here. Now, I'm not too worried about these beads just because we are going to be adding a lot of glitter and everything else. So some of this is going to get hidden, but we'll try and keep it as clean as we can. So I'm just kind of making nice little swoops, coming in and out. There we go. Now, one thing that's really nice about this crocus yellow is it tends to be a one and done. You don't have to add too many layers on this one. Okay, let me smooth this guy out. Oh yes, I'm sure. I've had to learn a little bit about it. Not gonna lie, Miss Johnny Lynn was the one that kind of informed me about Mardi Gras, because I'm originally from Utah, and then, you know, Chicago. I know other parts of Illinois do it a little bit more, like closer to Missouri, St. Louis and stuff like that. I know that they got into it a little bit more, but where I was at, they didn't really do Mardi Gras, which is kind of surprising, but they are really big into St. Patty's Day in Chicago. I mean, they dye the river green, all that kind of stuff. So maybe that's why, don't really know. But Miss Johnny was the one that informed me all about it. I think my first Mardi Gras sign was actually for her. So I love it now. I think it's so fun. Unfortunately, my brush's handle is not doing so well, but unfortunately, you know, I haven't really done much more decorate other than, you know, making signs and stuff like that. I'd love to go. It seems like it would be amazing. But I love painting it. Painting and drawing it. It's fun because you can totally go whimsy and party, which is kind of what I like to do. It's where I tend to draw the most. It's hard for me to do realistic as much. Okay, so we got the yellow done. It's looking really nice and good. On coverage, I am not going to do a second coat on this. So all that time spent trying to chuck that paint, get the paint out of here, we're not going to use it. Oh goodness. I'm going to grab this paint in my paint tray here, swoop it up. We will throw it in there. Okay. Put this paint tray over here. Okay. All right. Next color we're going to use is Gecko. This is going in the middle. So anybody have any fun things that they did this weekend? We kind of just chilled here. Nothing too big. Went with Lori on Thursday night. I went out and met her in Georgia. First time I've actually been in Georgia besides the airport. So I don't feel like you can really count the airport just because you don't even know where you're at, you know. So anywho, it was pretty fun seeing a little bit of Georgia, but it rained while I drove there on Thursday night, well, Thursday afternoon. So I didn't get to see much country, and then we wanted to go to the outlets and stuff, but there was a big winter advisory for snow, and so we were a little bit worried, so we just did Sims and went on our way back home. Sims was pretty empty though. I didn't get too many goodies. I did get some cute little Valentine's gnomes because I'm gnome obsessed for the house, and then I got some just typical colored canvas ribbon. The last time I was at Sims, they were out of a couple of the colors, so I got those, and I got a little bit of Easter ribbons. I got a carrot one, and I picked up a cute little Valentine one, but there wasn't too much. They had a few Easter picks, not many, so we did grab that, but other than that, they really didn't have a ton. They had a ton of mesh, which was the biggest reason why Lori went down there. I just kind of went for fun, hang out. I needed a girls' night, so that is what I did. Whoops. I might need to switch down to a smaller brush for right here. We'll get what we can with this big brush since I have it all loaded. And then we'll probably go to a smaller one for the fleur-de-lis. But hopefully by February they'll have some more stuff coming in. But I will be going to the Sims show, the Sims Spring show in February, so. Yep, there's another one. Yep, it is the Sims show, but it's free to do the show, and that is in North Carolina. Yeah, it's in Graham, so just a little bit outside of Raleigh. But yes, that is the next one that we'll be going to. They have guest designers that kind of show new trending things and different things like that, new ideas. I've met one of them before, Randy. He's awesome. I really like Randy. The lady I have not met, so I can't say anything that way because I haven't seen what she does. So. But it's just fun. I like to go just for meeting everybody. With doing the door hangers and stuff like that, I don't typically do a ton of ribbon and stuff like that on them as much. So I don't have to get the bucket loads, but I do have lots of ribbon too. So my husband's like, oh my gosh, you needed more ribbon? Yes, I did. I tend to be a collector of it. I'll use a little. So I'm just getting these edges real quick, guys. This is the only amount of edges that we'll need to do, really. Grab right here. There we go. We'll get these beads. I might need to hit this with the heat gun. This gecko green is one of my favorite greens, but it also is one of those greens that it's not a one coat. Most greens are not a one coat though. Let me grab this smaller paintbrush. This is a 1/8 angle brush that I've grabbed. And I'm just going to go right around here with these little small angles, just so that we can get these. Because with this big brush, this would have been an absolute mess. I typically hate changing brushes, but in this case, it is a must. So we're gonna get right in here, just loaded the brush, doing a nice little swoop, coming in the middle, cleaning that up. Right there again, same little swoop, and there we go. Okay, let me throw the heat gun on real quick. Riley is about 5 hours from you. Oh girl, you can drive it. There's a hotel that we all stay at, and I believe Brenda was saying you could get it for $89. So, anywho, that should work for you. Sorry, that got a little bit clunky right there. But it's a 2-day event, so it's Saturday, or Friday and Saturday. Yeah, it's not bad. I definitely look into it. I mean, most of the time you can't get hotel rooms for that much, and I have stayed at the hotel. It's a very nice hotel. So we would love to see you. We love having new people come and hang out and, you know, everything. So, and then the show itself is free, so you can't, you know, that's a good thing. So all you need for the Sims is your retail license. So, and that's just to buy. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Look at one more coverage. That second coat always is the easiest one, I feel like. Okay. Just nice and smooth. And I'll just use the small brush for this. Alright. And then we got purple. And then we get to have some fun doing some cheetah print. Cheetah, leopard, I never know what to call it. It's kind of the same print, isn't it? Okay, just smoothing this out just a little. Get right there. Okay, so we got that. And of course I got way too much green. Brenda has the details. Brenda with Busy Bee. Yeah, Susan won't be there. Susan, I think, is too far. I don't know if she could get off work too. But Dawn will be there. I know Brenda will be. I'm not sure about Anne and stuff like that. Oh no, honey, you're fine. No worries. Okay, next one that we're using is GP Purple. Whoop, my bottle's wanting to explode. And it's wanting to make nice, pretty sounds. Okay, let's throw that there. Hey, hey. Hey, Carolyn. Okay, cleaning that brush just a little. All right. We're going in with purple. And I know this looks really light right now, but I promise that when we start adding the other colors in, it will pull those dark Mardi Gras colors, and you'll understand why I did the lighter tone for the hearts. I kind of was trying to play off of that, you know, a lot of the time Mardi Gras has that same time, or it will start around the same time as Valentine's sometimes, and so this year not the case, but anywho, I thought it would be fun to have the hearts and stuff like that. Now GP purple is also one of those one and done colors, so you're going to see a nice full color when I'm painting this. Alright, let's get this edge right here. I got just a little bit of extra paint there. Okay. Alright. Hey girl! Hey Bria! Hey Teresa! How are you guys all doing? Teresa, you look tired. Did you work today? Or are you headed to work? I just saw that you were in scrubbies on our Zoom call. Okay, just painting this up. Okay, just smoothing. Heading there. That's what I thought. How many shifts do you got this week, sweetie? Okay, just getting right here. Whoops. We got a little purple there. It's okay. Like I said, these beads are going to be all covered with glitter, so I'm not too concerned about them. I don't want to obviously over paint them too much, but if they get a little bit over the line, it's not going to kill me. Okay, just grabbing right here, getting our edge. I did not think about edges when obviously I was drawing this one because it is a little bit of a pain in the bum. The things you don't think about when you're sick. Hey Betty, how are ya? Okay, so we got the purple down. We got all of our bases down. Tonight, first of three. Ooh, yuck. Okay, grabbing the purple here. And purple is done. Okay, we're going to go back to our yellow. I am going to be using yellow. There's no fancy wording on this one. It's just yellow. Just yellow. Okay, I'm going to use my lid for this one. And then I typically like to use my round brushes. This is a number 6 round. And what we're going to do is we're just going to basically just do little circle ovals. No rhyme or reason to them. Some big, some smaller. We just are trying to get a little circle down. Now, they don't have to be perfect. That is the one thing I absolutely love about cheap print, is there is no rules on it. You can make them little, you can make them big, you can make them small, oval, circle, just as long as they're kind of round. And I think we'll do one more right there. We'll call that good. I'm going to hit this one time with the heat gun here. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll give it just a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my round brush right here, and we're going to get this center done. Right here as well. And we're just going to smooth this out. Okay, I'm going to go back to the yellow spots that I have, and I'm just going to touch this up just a little bit, just because there's a little bit of spottiness that we don't like. So just doing 1 second coat here. Okay. Getting that one. Choo, choo, choo. Hey Susan, what's up, girlie? I seriously missed the crap out of you. I totally wish you were going to Sims, but I understand that. I dropped my heat gun on the floor, like probably the most, like the bazillionth time. It's not sounding good. I'm like, crap. I might be having to rip another one out of the box. That's one thing though that's good about Harbor Freight, is they'll take their stuff back, no matter how much abuse you do. Okay, yellow is done for now. I know that sounds weird, but it's good for now. We'll be coming back to that one. Okay, now to the green. We're going to use Electric Lime. Oh, goodness. All right, and same thing again. I am just going to make little circles. Might get one like right here, just to kind of add into it. Go right here with another one. Go right here. Maybe one right here. That side looks good. right there. And I'm gonna go here. Let's go right here. And we'll go right there. Okay, let me hit this with the heat gun again. Okay. This side is still a little wet, so I'm going to play on this side for a minute just to give that one a little bit more of a chance to dry. So we're just going right here, cleaning this up. Okay, and one more right there. Okay. Oh, I think I missed this guy right here. Okay, that green is done. Did I miss this guy? Looked like I did. Okay. Next purple. And this one is Passion Purple. It's one of my favorite purples. I actually prefer it more than the purple. I feel like that purple is more like really dark plum purple. Woo! Okay, once again, I'm just going to use my lid for this since we're not using too much paint. We'll go right here. Now, always painting off the edge does give that illusion more of it being dimensional. So you want to try and do that when you can. It makes it look more realistic. And you know what? I'm gonna just go right here. Rounds are also really good for when you're doing writing. They're perfect for that because they hold a lot of paint in them, and they do that nice, smooth for writing and stuff like that. They give you that nice brush stroke. It's another time you'll see me use a round. Okay. Get right here, maybe one right here, and we'll get the edge of that one. Okay, next one. Right here, go right here. And I swear that this will be done in just one sec. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's go right there and do one right there. Do a big one right here and maybe right there. Okay. Let's throw the heat gun on this. I want to see him. I was just saying that I started making Mardi Gras because of Miss Johnny. I had no idea, Johnny Lynn, had no idea really what Mardi Gras was, so I was like, I'm completely out of my element. You gotta kind of teach me what Mardi Gras is, because I have not a clue. So I owe all the credit to Johnny for kind of teaching me a little bit of how to do stuff. She had me make a king's crown for her this year. Oh my gosh, I was so excited with how it turned out. That's what kind of got me in the mood painting, is because I started painting it just before I got sick with COVID last month, and anyhow, she had me paint it for her and draw it up, and then I got hooked on wanting to draw more. So this guy came out of it. I was trying to think of Valentine's, and then Valentine's did not happen. Mardi Gras did. You never know where your drawings are going to go sometimes. Okay. Getting these just a second coat. I'm sorry, you guys. I know the second coat's kind of boring, but it is necessary. Okay. This purple is almost one that you could do one and done, but every now and then you'll just see a good little splotch. So it's one of those ones that I do 2 coats with, even though it has very good coverage with that first one. And I'm just going to do a quick little touch up here, nothing too fancy. I just saw a couple little spots. Okay, so our hearts are done. I'm going to leave this purple over here because we'll be using that again. And we are going to go back and do the fun part of our cheetah print. Okay, so this color right here is one of my favorite colors. It is called Empire Gold. You'll see me use this a lot more in the fall, but it is still one of my favorites. I'm going to go down just one size. I'm going to go to a number 4 round on this. And what we're going to do is we're basically just making U's and like little dots around our ovals that we need, and just a darker shade. So this one's going to have kind of an oval, and what you're doing is just kind of swirling it around, so you kind of want it to look a little lumpy. This one I think we'll do 2 sides to it. So this one we're going to go here, and then we'll go right here. And then maybe this one will kind of go like this. Maybe do just a little dot on that one. Okay, can you guys see that popping through? And then this one will kind of curve. Another thing with cheetah print is you can always add like little dots just to kind of give a little extra. This guy will kind of go like that. And isn't that making it so fun? Ooh, I love it. I just caught a glimpse of it on my camera. one will kind of go like that. There we go. This one will kind of have it like it was you. I think the hardest part is kind of deciding what kind of encasing you want to do with them. Okay, go right here. Kind of let the bead hide that one a little bit. There we go. And on this guy, maybe like this. There we go. You guys see that? You love it? Good, I'm so glad. Okay, I'm gonna hit this with the heat gun. Thank you, Susan. Okay, I'll go one more time. Hit this just with a little bit here. Okay. Second coat. See, now you can see why I had to do that lighter color. So basically, with the cheetah print, you have the lighter color that you're doing, and that's going to be your base coat. Then you're going to go a little bit darker of a shade, and then you're going to go with your real dark shade at the end. And that is what gives you that cool dimension. And why we love the print so much. Or rather, I love the print. Who loves the print? It's kind of one of my favorites. Did my snow melt? It finally did. My kids finally went back to school. It only took a week, but they went back. Weirdest thing in the world. I have to say. Okay, next to Jubilee Green. I have never experienced not being super prepared for snow. Like, I gave away my snow shovel, you guys. Like, I had nothing for snow. I'm like, I have lived in snow all of my life, and then the first time I felt like so ill prepared for snow. Craziest thing ever. So same thing again, we're just making our little loops here. All right, and then like I said, every time with green, I have yet to find a green that is a one and done. you're always going to need 2 coats, it seems like, with green. So we will try and get through this as fast as I can. And then I'm going to hurry and get this guy. Oh, we're waiting here. Okay. That. Right there. Maybe right there. Let's get a little spot right there. And one right here. And one right there. Okay. And we'll get this top part. I just thought this one looked better with the darker green versus the lime green. Throw our heat gun on here. You know, it's funny, my mother-in-law said the same thing, and that was about Utah. I don't know about Chicago. I haven't talked to my friends too much about it. I know that they got hit with a pretty good one right after Christmas, so. But I'm like, of course, I'd have to bring the snow. You know, we always have that weird weather that follows us. Chicago, we had the polar vortex that, like, they say happens once in, like, 20 years. We had to have that, so I'm like, I guess we would have to experience a weird snowstorm. One of the fluke ones that they say happened once in a blue moon. Well, it sure happened while I was here. It's okay. The girls loved it. Haley loved it. She was so excited. Her and Molly, my lab shepherd mix, my loudmouth. They played outside almost all day and that stuff, so it was quite cute. She loves her blondie. Okay, I'm gonna just get right here. And I can, yeah, you guys can see the streaks, okay. I just, like, I want to make sure you guys are seeing those streaks of what I'm telling you. And that's why we're having to do that second coat with these. Now, purple can be really finicky. I do know that this purple that I'm going to be putting on is typically one that I have to do 2 coats with, just to forewarn you guys. But let's hurry and get this. Get that nice and smooth there. Alright. Okay. Nice and smooth there. And we will use that green again. Next one up is our purple. Now to me this is a really dark purple. I would consider Passion more of purple in my world, but this is what they call purple as. So we will go with it. And then I will show you this new technique. Well, it's not new, but it's an easy way when you're doing so many of these little dots to do the glitter that way. Ooh, we might actually be able to get away with one coat on this purple. It's looking really good so far. Fingers crossed. Okay. All right. We're going to go right through here. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to do a touch-up. I was really hoping it wouldn't be, but it's not looking promising. Alright, right here. I'll snag this little corner. Maybe go right here. So if you can see, it's all just kind of random. We're just playing around, kind of putting little spots down. Nothing too crazy on these. And if the loop doesn't go the way you want it, you just add to it. Okay. And then here, I think I'm just going to get this side right there. And maybe a little swirly there. Okay. Let me hit this with the heat gun. We are going to paint those, but we're going to do them with glitter. Oh shoot. We got splatter of paint over here. I'll fix it. I did not see that. Okay, let me just do a quick little touch up on these. And then we can get to our beads. I might not do the metallic, and I might put gold in the glitter. Now that I get looking at it, I think that might look really fun, just to incorporate a little something. Oh, hi. I didn't fully have that off. That was weird. Kind of freaked me out there for a second. That made me jump. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so our purple is done. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of our green, and then we're gonna get some green. Move this over here for a second. And we're gonna get our green glitter, and we're gonna mix it in. Okay, I'm gonna just use my paint. And it is not working as well as I wanted. Okay, let's try something different. Okay, what we'll do, it did make it very thick. Oh, there we go. You can see the glitter. But not as well as I want. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. What we'll do is we'll use the wet paint. So we're going to skip every 2 lines. But this one's all complete. So we'll just start at a random spot here. We'll go right here. And while it's wet, what we'll do, gotta be a little bit careful because we have a little bit of wet paint still with the purple. But what we'll do is we'll just throw a little bit of our glitter on here. Instead of using the Mod Podge, see, you can get that shame effect. And I know I just talked with that all in my mouth. You would have fell out of your chair. I know you would have. That seriously scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, well, hello. How is that going? All right, so we're going every 2. That really did scare me. I'm not gonna lie. If you could hear or see my heart racing right now. Oh. All right. Okay. It's just not giving me the glitter coverage that I like. So we're gonna go with this option, like I said. Because it's really giving that pretty option, that pretty glitter look that I was really wanting. So not as fast as what I wanted to go, but you know, it's working. And yep, I did do that right. Okay. I may not be able to finish this one on you guys. Woo! Oh goodness, I'm sorry, Lil. Facebook was giving me issues with going live. I was struggling to get it for it to let me in. Susan, have you had that problem? Oh, I knew I was going to do that. A-okay, I'll just throw glitter over it and I'll be fine. Throw paint here on this edge. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing Lori's not going live tonight. So, for your viewing pleasure, I decided to take up more time. Yeah, it must be a thing today, I'm thinking. Well, we have two beads that are, I just realized I didn't plan that out as well as I wanted to. So, I'm guessing we're just going to double bead with the green. Well, yeah, we'll go right here. Two greens right here. Oh, well. Okay, then we're going to go here. And let's see, there's two here. We'll go right here, I guess. And keep on going. Two. And get the edge of this guy. I'm not going to worry about the edge of that one because it's so hard to see. Okay, grab these ones real quick. No one was no, wasn't planned, right? Nobody's gonna know. Do. You know, they say some artists do, you know, like purposely mess up their stuff because, you know, nothing can ever be like perfect. And I'm like, yep, sure. I do that all the time. Yeah. Not really. That's just kind of how it goes. And this is one that I actually didn't paint. I just drew it in Procreate. I didn't actually color it out. So it would be why I would mess up. Oh well. It just goes to show we're not perfect, right? We all have our things. Alright. Just like I was saying, I clearly didn't think about all the edges and what a pain in the butt that would be because I put a lot of things super close. Normally I think about that when I'm drawing. We're just going to use COVID as my excuse. And one more. And we are done with our green beads. I completely agree. Nothing in crafting is perfect. Exactly. We're all learning. We're all playing around. You just kind of go with it, right? Gotta go with it. Okay. I'm going to tilt this. Okay, we got the greens done. Note to self, don't throw glitter in your paint because it ain't going to work. It makes it thicker though. I'll definitely give it that. Okay, let me, where did I put my lid? Oh, right here. All right, nope, I'm grabbing the wrong yellow here. Hot Mess Express tonight. Okay, we're gonna do yellow next, or gold. Grab my gold glitter. And then, like I said, for the middle of the fleur-de-lis, whatever, I never can say it right. I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. I am going to do the glitter there. I was going to use the metallic gold, so, but I decided I don't want to. So, let's see. We'll go right here. And we'll go here. Okay. Do one more here. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving how that's looking. It is so pretty. Sorry, I get really excited. Glitter makes me excited. It's my happy place. Okay. Oh, this one did not cover very good. Let's add a little bit more. There we go. So this is just another way that you could do it without doing the Mod Podge, especially for these little pieces that we're doing. And I think I'm gonna go yellow here. Yeah, look at this guy. Okay. And yes, I know I'm very heavy-handed with glitter. Look how pretty it is. Oh, I'm excited. I think I just goofed up right there too. Yep, I think that's where I made my mess up. If you guys see right there, that's where I messed up. I didn't put the greens the right way. So that's why it's messed up there. Whoops, I'm smart. Okay, where am I gonna go here? All right, I'll go right here. That's where my goof up was. It's okay. We live, we learn. Okay, let me throw some glitter on these guys. Okay, we'll go here. And then we'll go right here with this one. Okay. Get there. I like to show you guys my boo-boos just to make you guys, I want you to see that I'm human, you know, and with crafting, you're going to have errors, you're going to have mix-ups, and you could let it destroy you, and you can throw your piece in the garbage, or you just keep moving on, right? It's all on how we want to deal with it. But this thing is so cute, even with its little imperfections, I feel like, and so we're just going to keep on trucking. Okay, our last of our gold beads. Thanks, Susan. You're so awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to just get the yellow right here. And we're going to put down this gold. Okay. Woo! Almost dropped that right in my hand. I didn't get enough right there. Okay. There we go. There is our gold. And probably a nice glittery table. That's going to happen. All right. We'll get the purple. And I appreciate you guys hanging in with me. I know that it's a little bit longer than what I typically go, so I appreciate you hanging out. Okay, we're going to use Passion Purple for this one. Woo! It's spitting on me. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get to all the outlining with you guys, but at least we'll see, unless you want me to keep going, because, you know, I will keep going. You'll know I'm going to paint this off air anyway, so. I guess I probably shouldn't put that on the glitter paper. Okay, so the parchment paper is what I'm using, just FYI. Whoa, that came out fast. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I love it. So let me know if you want me to keep going with the outlining, or after we get done with glitter, just end. Okay, we'll get this one, and that guy. Thank you. This one is fun. I'm excited for this one. Let's get these ones glittered up. Okay. Oh, I realized I need a little bit of purple right there. There we go. Oh, I am loving this. I just realized I didn't hit the edge right there. Okay. There we go. My little goof up right here. We're gonna clean that up with the glitter. And we'll never know that I almost painted that being green. Even though we already had a goof up. We've had a couple goof ups tonight, but it's all good. Okay. Oh, I don't think this one got glitter for some reason. I'll repaint that. Still live. All right, so you can see, isn't that pretty? I am loving it. Okay. I am gonna just go ahead and go with outlining. It shouldn't take too much to do it. I know glitter is usually my last step, but because we were trying to do a different technique for y'all, it's a little bit different. I'm gonna grab my 10/0 spotter. Just gonna grab a little bit of my black here. Ooh, that went really heavy. There we go. I think I'm gonna hit like a little zigzag right there. There we go. Oh. No bueno. There we go. Trying to get this one while I'm right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get right there. And then I think we'll do another little zigzag right there. Okay. I'll do another little swishy here. Okay, this might be my hard spot. There we go. Isn't it amazing what outlining does and how it just like brings everything like together? I've always loved it. There's that. I think we're gonna do a little squishy right there. Okay. Finish that up with my heart. So then with this glitter, I'm just going to kind of go right around the outside. I felt like it needed a little bit. Flippin' pops. Thank you, honey. I know. You got to do that outlining. Alright, I'm going to go right here with another little zigzag. I know right up here with the darker purple it's going to be harder to see that zigzag, but when we get the white highlight going, it will really make everything pop. Okay, we are good to go with the black, and we will add some white highlight. No problem, Linda. Thank you for watching. I know I'm a lot over, so I totally understand. Okay, we're gonna hit this. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of highlight on these beads, but nothing too crazy. Just kind of dabbing every now and then. Some are missing, some are getting some. Just kind of going with it, okay? My brush is getting a little bit glunked up, so I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to hit right up here. One more time. Okay. And then we're going to add the highlight back in. Go right here. Ooh, that went a little crazy there. There we go. Maybe go right here. Let me clean my brush real quick. All right. There we go. And we're gonna say voila. Let me flip it so you can see the other way. There we go. There we go. Ooh, I love it. I hope you guys liked it. I'm sorry I took a little bit longer, but I think it was worth it. It's so pretty. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate it. Well, you guys all have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. I do have a doctor's appointment where they're going to be messing with my arm, so fingers crossed for Cricut class. But I will talk to y'all later. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.